Greetings, Professor Dennis. According to Harvey Feinberg in his TED Talk, quote, "Neoevolution is the new evolution that is not simply natural, but is guided and chosen by us individuals," unquote. Feinberg further explains that we as humans could change not only the cells in our bodies, but the genes passed on to our children. The potential could mean a healthier life, with disease eliminated. We might be able to possess superior attributes, as those attributes might be passed to our next generation. An evolutionary process that normally would take 100,000 years could be narrowed down to 1,000 or even possibly 100. Whether this process would make our society better or diminish it remains to be seen and must be carefully thought through. The technology that I chose is free ultra-fast internet that may alter human evolution. According to 2014's H+ article by Massimo Hay, Google and Facebook are working on different ways of achieving this. The potential benefits of this is internet connections in developing countries where connections are extremely sparse today, notably in Africa. 5G mobile networks coming around 2020 will be so fast, downloading a full HD movie would be possible in 1 second. And cable internet connections will disappear. The merger is underway between TV, computers, tablets, smartphones, and game consoles will very soon result in a single universal type of device being used everywhere, all connected via 5G networks. In other words, telephone, cable, TV, and internet service providers will all go out of business, as all TVs and phones will be connected through free mobile networks. These benefits don't even begin to discuss the possibilities for the medical field and other businesses to work faster, cheaper, and better, as discussed by Daniel Kraft in his TED Talk from 2011. The internet has had a huge impact in providing billions of people around the world with an amazing range of free services, including, for example, online higher education such as Khan Academy, which I have used many times. In this week's module reading, Chapter 1 by Freeman J. Dyson, he describes a leveling off of population expansion. If the internet was accessible to more areas, less people might flock to larger cities. However, I would think it would take more than free internet or cable. As Peter Diamandis of Singularity University explains, quote, "Over the coming decades, the economy is going to be transformed by the rise of a collaborative commons, i.e., peer production coordinated, usually with the aid of the internet, into large, meaningful projects, mostly without traditional hierarchical organization. Almost any consumer product will be downloadable online and 3D printed at extremely low cost at home, which ultimately will lead to the end of capitalism and the start of an unprecedented era of abundance," unquote. According to Massimo Hay, many goods and services are free, which may bring an end to capitalist economy. Even though internet may be faster and products may be available at the touch of the button, much of the world population still won't have access to such luxuries, including people of the United States, where so many people rely on welfare and the middle class is shrinking. Employment will plummet for those in manufacturing industries making parts. Employment will plummet for those in manufacturing industries that once made products that are printable, unless perhaps someone is in the business of making parts for 3D printers. And even then, robots may produce those of a 3D printer. Another drawback is to consider technology glitches. What is the life expectancy of such devices that connect everything and 3D printers? All of this free internet sounds wonderful, but it also sounds like a hacker's paradise. Then there are those individuals that don't care for technology, nor have the mindset to be able to browse the internet other than possibly Facebook. Society is already plugged in, and often it seems like life is passing by and we're missing it. At the moment, no moral and ethical implications of neo-evolutions in terms of faster, free internet seem to come to mind. As to other means of technology, medical for instance, I consider many of the things I read this week. In Chapter 3, by Francis Fukuyama, he discusses the prolongation of life. It is disturbing for me to think about people in power being there longer, or the Social Security liability and lack of support for military or war intervention. I guess you could say I'm old school and believe that we are born, we live, we die, and it's all part of God's plan, not man's. I am happy that life expectancy has grown from 40s and 50s to 70s and beyond, which means I have at least another 20 years if I'm lucky. As you're aware, my dad passed away in late August. He was 73. Do I wish that life could be prolonged for several years so that I might have been able to see him one last time? Of course. Certain medical issues, though, aren't diseases that might be prevented, and there will still be death from health complications, violence, and happenstance. As to the question, should we continue to pursue this form of technology? Why or why not? I would say that it is fine to expand internet. However, first I would want to consider other options in developing countries and in the U.S. to work on issues such as literacy and other skills to help improve life. Thank you.